اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. This is As You Answer the Call. I am Rashida Abubakar, your anchor. Glad to be with you once again on the program. The registration of pilgrims for the 2025 Hajj closed on Monday this week. This came after the expiration of the deadline set by NAHCON. The intended pilgrims registered through the four options available to them, namely the state, the FCT, armed forces, as well as through the Hajj Savings Scheme. The Hajj Savings Scheme allows Muslims cutting across social strata and aid to save Hajj funds over time and then plan when to go for the Hajj. And so in the Spotlight segment, we shall bring you more about the scheme and how it is being deployed for the 2025 Hajj exercise. Also in the package, we have other regular segments such as Making the Hajj and NAHCON News Diary, which highlights the activities of NAHCON and other stakeholders in the Hajj industry. Still coming your way is the announcement of the quiz winner. Stay with us.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. The program begins with the News Diary. Do stay tuned.
The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, is working assiduously to ensure that all contracts with service providers are completed before the 14th of February 2025. Deadline set by the Saudi Ministry for Hajj and Umrah. To this effect, NAHCON Chairman Professor Abdullahi Saleh Usman has finalized all contract arrangements with service providers, particularly on Mashair activities. NAHCON management, after wide consultations with stakeholders, such as the Forum of State Chairmen and representatives of the Presidency, has secured spaces at Mashair for over 52,000 Nigerian pilgrims. After sealing the deal, Professor Abdullahi Saleh appreciated the federal government, particularly the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, for supporting the Commission in its preparations for the forthcoming Hajj exercise. The management of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, has placed an advertisement calling for interested individuals to apply for the position of secretary at the Commission. Interested persons must have the following requirements: bachelor's degree, its equivalent or higher diploma in public administration, human resources management, or any other related field. Must be a Muslim of sound mind. Be a knowledgeable person in Islamic studies. Proficiency in Arabic and English as working languages. Minimum of 20 years work experience with at least 10 years of these in top management position. Other requirements include membership of relevant professional body will be an added advantage, experience in large-scale logistics management, excellent understanding of modern office technology, including relevant computer software, and should not be less than 50 years of age. Qualified candidates should send their applications consisting of a statement of purpose, not exceeding 300 words, and accompanied by a detailed CV and copies of relevant qualifications to National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, Hajj House, Zakari Malari Street, Central Business District, 900103, Abuja. Submission closes on the 18th of February 2025. Successful individual will statutorily be responsible for keeping records, conduct correspondences, serve as secretary at all meetings of the Commission, and reporting of the Commission's activities. Other responsibilities are maintenance of the register of licensed Hajj operators, facilitation of publication of the Commission's regulations as well as coordination of the Commission's standard of performance. Meanwhile, the FCT Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board has kicked off its pilgrims education campaigns at the FCT Hajj camp. This was on Saturday, the 8th of February 2025. While unveiling the first phase of the orientation programs, the director of the board, Malam Kadiri Eda, said the purpose of the exercise is to ensure that pilgrims understand the do's and don'ts of the Hajj rite, as well as other civic responsibilities during the Hajj. He said the FCT is committed to organizing a successful Hajj exercise, calling on intending pilgrims to take full advantage of the Enlightenment exercise. Stakeholders at the awareness program, including ulama, took turns to guide participants on what the Hajj exercise is all about. The second phase of the exercise is scheduled to hold on the 22nd and 23rd of this month, also at the Hajj camp.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Alhamdulillah, you are still watching As You Answer the Call, a public enlightenment presentation that keeps you abreast of the activities of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, and other Hajj-related matters. Since the commencement of the Hajj savings scheme in Nigeria, Muslims across the country have been using the platform to register for the Hajj. As registration for the 2025 Hajj exercise closed on Monday this week, we shall take a look at how intending pilgrims use the platform to register and also examine its benefits and many more. For details, stay tuned for the next segment, Spotlight. Keep watching.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك لبيك لبيك. In campaigning the Hajj saving scheme so that it can be understood very
NAHCON Chairman Professor Abdullahi Saleh Usman reiterating the commitment of the Commission to strengthen the Hajj savings scheme in Nigeria. He was speaking at the palace of Oba of Lagos, Oba Rilwan Babatunde.
That Hajj saving scheme is a system whereby intending pilgrim can plan for his or her journey to the Holy Land in future.
Since the introduction of the Hajj savings scheme in Nigeria, it has experienced an upsurge in patronage. Hajj savings scheme is recognized globally as the modern and robust platform of making gradual and convenient payment for Hajj. It enables the less privileged or low-income earners to build up funds over time. Through the Hajj savings scheme, financial institutions often streamline the registration process for Hajj, making it easier for individuals to secure their slots.
In Hajj savings scheme number one, you will go either to a bank or to state welfare board, or even through their portal, you can register under that site. When you register, you will receive a lot for payment for opening of your account, and you start saving gradually. So this one is entirely different from the pay as you go. If you want to go to Hajj and pay as you go, you just go to state welfare board, and the welfare board will give you form. You pay to the state welfare board account. They give you receipt and collect your passport. But this one, for those that are the less privileged people like you, like me, who cannot gather that 10 million, 8 million at a go.
Similarly, the scheme helps intending pilgrims plan their finances well in advance, spreading the cost of Hajj over time. This allows for convenient payments, making it financially accessible for a larger number of people.
So this scheme, like the name implies, it is a means of savings of money gradually to enable pilgrims of Nigeria, to enable intending pilgrim of Nigeria to save gradually. And when the money reaches the actual Hajj fare that is going to be announced by the Commission, they will now carry them to perform the holy spiritual rites at the Holy Land.
Without a structured saving plan, many intending pilgrims may face last-minute financial challenges. The Hajj savings scheme removes this burden. And consistent with this plan, many pilgrims have now completed their registration for the 2025 Hajj through the Hajj savings scheme.
The good news we are having we want to tell the entire nation is the registration for this 2025 Hajj, considered to or compared to last year, it is very, very interesting. People have really subscribed, they have registered, and even majority of those that have registered and have subscribed have already paid the complete money for Hajj for 2025. Meaning that we have more pilgrims who have successfully completed their Hajj fare for 2025 as at now than that of last year.
The funds deposited into the Hajj savings scheme grow through a profit-sharing model, allowing participants to benefit from returns on their savings. This eases the cost of the Hajj.
The advantage of this one compared to the peers as it goes, by the time you have 1,000 or 2,000 or 1 million or 5 million, this money is going to be invested in a large investment window by Jais Bank. So by the time every month, anything they do with that money, they will remit for you the profits of that money. So I know people, in fact, majority of our pilgrims in our savings scheme, they don't even know they have qualified. Why? Because the profit, somebody has 5 million or 8 million in his account and is looking for how to balance the 300, for instance, not knowing that the profit that the savings or the scheme has generated for him has made him to qualify for the Hajj savings scheme. So the good thing that it makes it to be different is that there are a lot of benefits that the pilgrim are going to enjoy. Some people we have, I know somebody who got up to 600,000 as a profit. So it's entirely different from the regular way that you just go and pay your money and you go to Hajj.
Other benefits or advantages of the Hajj savings scheme are safeguarding the savings of intending pilgrims against the hazards of fraudsters, fire outbreak, theft that may arise from the traditional saving methods. Intending pilgrims need not sell or dispose their personal assets like cattle, houses to pay for Hajj anymore. Enhances advanced planning in feeding, accommodation, and flights schedule. And most importantly, align Nigeria's Hajj system to the global network. Interestingly, the Hajj savings scheme allows pilgrims to choose which states to go with. This choice determined the slot allocations to states, the FCT, and armed forces.
The means of allocation of pilgrim to state is in the scheme. We have a provision for the subscribers or the people that are saving. They have a chance of choosing 3 states. But the first choice, for instance, I'm from Kwara, for instance, I will choose 3 states that I want to follow. I can decide not to follow Kwara, I can follow Lagos, So you have the option of choosing 3 states. And the priority we used to tell you is the first state that you like most to follow will be number 1. If that number 1 is full and there is no space, then you go to number 2. Then the last alternative option is number 3. But the allocation of pilgrim to states is with the intention or with the permission of the pilgrim himself. We are not the one allocating slot to states. After the commission might have announced the number of pilgrims to each state. So the pilgrim will now, the intending pilgrim, the subscriber, will now pick which of the states across the 36 states, including FCT, is interested to go with.
With the registration process now closed and the distribution of individuals to their states of choice underway, intending pilgrims are advised to stay updated through dedicated official channels, including their mobile phones.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
MashaAllah, the program is As You Answer the Call. Coming up next is Making the Hajj. Tonight, Imam Muhammad Sani Isa continues discussion on Sa'i as a pillar of Hajj and Umrah. Let's hear him shortly after this break.
Hajj is one of the pillars of Islam. circumambulation of the Holy Kaaba is a pillar of the major pilgrimage.
Arafah is the most significant pillar of Hajj. Whoever misses Arafah has missed Hajj.
The most important benefit of Hajj is to be born again.
And Al-Hajj al-Mabrur, accepted Hajj, has no any reward except the paradise.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Imam Muhammad Sani Isa says pilgrims can recite every supplication of their choice during the walk between Safa and Marwa.
Speaking what you will find in the books of Sharia, there is no specific prayer or supplication that somebody performing Hajj or Umrah should do during the Sa'i. The same as during the Tawaf. There is no specific. There are suggestions by Islamic scholars, like the suggestion of Rabbana Atina Fid Dunya Hasana, because it is like a kind of encompassing prayer that seeking from Allah the good in this world and from Allah the good in the hereafter. So since the Rabbana Atina is like all encompassing, you find that Islamic scholars are recommending doing it, but there's no specific prayer. So you can use La ilaha illallah la sharika lah, lahul mulku wa lahul hamd, yuhyi wa la kulli shay'in qadir, doing this dhikr. You can do Salatul Nabi, you can read the Quran from Baqarah, if you can do it from Fatiha to whatever. So you can recite the Quran, you can do zikr, you can do Salatul Nabi, and so many things.
Located at the valley of Safa and Marwa are the green lights. The lights are sign for male pilgrims to jog a bit while performing the Sa'i.
That place is steepened, where you see pilgrims a bit jogging, not going normally. It's steepened. When you left Safa, when you leave Safa here, you find yourself steepened or sloping. When you come back from Marwa also, that very area is sloping. So it's not easy for you to go normal. You must galloping. So that's why it is made a sunnah to gallop when you come there. Galloping because it is steepened. That's all. So being that it is not easy for you to go normally, then it is made ibadah. So you go. But don't forget that women don't. Women are not demanded to. In fact, it is prohibited for them to jog or to hasten their walking at that very place.
The Islamic scholar further says, unlike the Tawaf, Sa'i can be performed even without ablutions.
To be under the state of purity has nothing to do with Sa'i, unlike Tawaf. Tawaf, you must be in your purity, you must perform ablution, and if the ablution breaks along the line or dissolve, you need to stop and then go and perform ablution again and start again. According to some Islamic scholar, you start from where your ablution is vitiated. So that is about this. So that's why if you do Sa'i without wudu, your Sa'i is valid. It's valid. The only thing that you cannot do without wudu, as we said, is tawaf. And again, we shouldn't forget this one. During the Sa'i, if a woman is menstruating, no problem, let her do her Sa'i.
Similarly, Imam Muhammad Sani states that Sa'i cannot be performed as nafila or by proxy, that is, on behalf of another person.
Sa'i singularly to do it on behalf of another person, that can come under the general view or the general position held by Islamic scholars on that. What is it? To perform Hajj on behalf of somebody. So Sa'i comes. To perform Umrah on behalf of somebody, then Sa'i comes. But to singularly send me from home to do Sa'i for you and you are there in your accommodation, resting or something like that, no. You wait until if you are not healthy or if you are sick, no problem. If days can allow you, then remain until when you are well, then you come and do your sa'i. But to delegate somebody to do sa'i on your behalf, I don't remember that. It may be good, but I don't remember that one. It's not like the throwing of stone to Jamara, Aqaba, that you can send somebody to do the throwing for you. But sa'i is one of the compulsory steps of Hajj or Umrah.
At the end of the sa'i, male pilgrims are expected to shave their hair, while females are to cut a strand of theirs.
If that your Hajj is Qiran, so Hajj and Umrah combined, or if that your Hajj is Ifrad, just Hajj, then after Safa and Marwa you go and cut, if it is a woman, to cut maybe like this of her hair. If it is man, to either shave the hair completely or to trim the hair down. So depending. So if the Hajj is Qiran or the Hajj is Ifrad, when you do sa'i, it's over. But if it is Tamattu, so it's not compulsory for you after that to go and cut until when everything is over. So at least two things: to cut your hair, or to trim your hair, or to shave your hair from the head altogether after sa'i.
Imam Muhammad Sani Isa urges intending pilgrims and Muslims generally to broaden their knowledge on Hajj and other Islamic affairs.
Alhamdulillah. Now it's time to know the winner of last week's quiz and also the question for this week. Good luck.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Welcome to the quiz segment. The question in the last episode was, between the mountains of Safa and Marwa, which one is the starting point for sa'i? The correct answer is Safa, which is the starting point for sa'i. The winner is Momo Tajuddin from Edo State. He provided the answer ahead of others. Momo Tajuddin will be contacted on how NAHCON will reach him with the prize he won. A quiz winner will get 25,000 Naira cash prize. This is part of NAHCON's effort in social investment in Nigeria. Now to the quiz for this week, and the question is, what act of Hajj rites do pilgrims perform at the green light located in the valley of Safa and Marwa? Again, what act of Hajj rites do pilgrims perform at the green light located in the valley of Safa and Marwa? Text your answer to the number showing on your screen. The winner will be the first person whose correct answer is received. All answers should carry the name and location of sender. Good luck and happy viewing.
Once again, good luck to you. Up next are your messages.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لبيك.
Maina Muhammad sent in the first message. It reads, I commend NAHCON for its transparency in the selection process of service providers. This demonstrates NAHCON's commitment to delivering excellent services and upholding the welfare of Nigerian pilgrims. Fatimatu Musa sent in the second message. It has this prayer. I wish NAHCON management and other Hajj officials across the country Allah's guidance as they prepare for the 2025 Hajj operations.
The message segment ends this week's edition of the program. See you same time, same day next week with another edition of the program. But before we go, remember that you can send your messages, comments, observations, and questions through our mobile phone number and other social media platforms. Thanks for watching. Ma'asalam.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا